Is Jonas here with everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jonas is very confused right now, as is his player.
So Jonas was not around the last time the doctor was here, was he?
No.
No, he would distinctly have had a bad time. He's an Elarian who's sensitive to time travel and temporal mechanics. So the last time the Doctor was on the Dauntless had been trapped 15 million years in the future.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, so that's where things stand. Just above Claude's, just above Claude's head, or just kind of underneath Claude's head poking out, another woman's head pokes out. And she says, "Is this the right one? Is this the right Dauntless?"
I am thinking so. I don't. Hey, everybody, what year is it?
21.
2410.
Oh, wait, 2010. I know there was one in there somewhere. 2410. It hasn't been that long.
And
2411.
Shiana, like if Shiana, like, very obviously has her phaser out because.
And Bianca just like puts her hand on the top of the phaser and puts us down.
And the other woman kind of squeezes out underneath Claude and comes out of the TARDIS and says, "Oh, please, no phasers. I'm terribly allergic to nadions."
Oh God! How loud is this woman screaming in front of Jonas that she does not belong?
You actually can't get a read on her at all, Jonas.
Oh, okay.
Well then.
Not the one who just walked out. Has Claude stepped out of the TARDIS yet?
No, Claude is still in the. Claude was about to step out of the TARDIS.
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
She is still. So we can do that though. Claude also steps out of the TARDIS up next to the Doctor, and says, "Yes."
Bianca's just like, "Did the Doctor steal my hair?"
No, wait just a second. Wow, that is a remarkable resemblance, isn't it?
Claude's looking between the Doctor and Bianca. Yeah, it is. 2414? Is that what we said?
2411.
2411. This is it. This is right. And Claude points at Bianca and says, Captain West, how are you?
And Bianca just kind of blinks and like has a moment of panic because she almost said Admiral.
Jonas caught that too.
Oh, we all caught that.
Jonas is staring.
Sorry, I've been around.
I can see that.
Well, Doctor, obviously we got your message, so we are here to help. Oh, by the way, Shiana, thank you. And Claude runs across the ship and grabs Shiana in a big hug. Thanks for saving my life. Really, really appreciated that.
I did what?
Wait, shit. Does she know that?
Okay, so
You
Kate,
should know
remember the mission where we had Adcon come in and Daniels and you guys went back and saved Claude? Were you there for that? Holy shit, I thought you were there for that.
I don't think she was. I think that was the
Son
time.
of a bitch.
She had the
Okay, that was a really important detail. But we're going to retcon it and say that Shiana was there for that, and just go for there.
Okay, all right. I retract my
poker.
previous statement. Oh, well, you're very welcome.
Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey.
Exactly. She gets it. I like you. Same hair, Captain.
Right. You were different the last time we saw.
Yes,
Wasn't
yes,
she not?
I was much more male and uh, leather. I think leather was my thing.
Yeah, it was leather.
I'm
Okay.
very confused, Captain.
You're not the only one, Lieutenant. But just go with it.
So, just to be clear, none of these things that have randomly appeared in the bay are giving Jonas a migraine from hell.
No, it's almost as if they are trying to save you from having a migraine. With the exception of Claude, who very much does belong in this timeline.
Well, okay.
Yeah. So there's something that you really should take a look at. If you would follow me to the lab.
Um, Before you guys do that, Jonas, let me have you give me a roll of some sort. Give me a second.
Roll.
A presence command, difficulty 3.
Oh, jeez, okay. Do I have any focuses that apply here?
You do not. You guys do have momentum saved over from the previous episode, however.
If everyone's cool, I will grab a momentum for whatever I'm rolling.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, Jonas, you have an intrusive thought right as everyone's getting ready to leave the cargo bay. You've been working on that video of the Scania, and you feel like the Doctor and Claude really need to see it.
Okay. Um, excuse me, Dr. Claude?
Yes?
I actually have something that I've been working on that both of you might need to see.
Uh, at risk of sounding a little cliche, time's a little short. We probably need to just be on our way.
Uh, it will only take a minute. It's a very short thing. Because we didn't have much, right? There isn't a whole lot there.
Yeah, no, it's probably only about 30 seconds, but it's very important to you that the Doctor and Claude see this.
Would I have? Do I have it on a pad on me, or no, or?
No, it's not something you would have on a pad.
I always have a pad on me if he needs one.
Where would
Not that
I
it
be?
matters, but I just always.
Um, the where would probably be your quarters, which is a little bit out of the way.
Can I try a? Can I try a like a listener role to try and do a social convince?
Yes.
Okay.
Um, let's take a look. I would say presence command on this too, if it's not. Okay, yeah, we'll do presence command, and you're attempting to convince the Doctor and Claude, correct?
Yes, to come and look at this thing that is very important for some reason.
All right. I'm going to set your base difficulty at 3 for the Doctor. For
Okay.
Claude, it will be contested. And Katie, do you remember how to do rolls in Roll20?
No, walk me through it really quick.
Okay, so let's see. Under guest characters, you'll see Claude Lavoie. So go ahead and pull
Yes.
up your character sheet there.
Yeah, I got that part already.
Okay.
I managed to figure that part.
Okay, so I'm going to have you roll Control Command. So you're going to click on Control and then on Command.
Okay.
And then I'll let your composure focus apply here. So focus used will be yes. And then when you're ready to roll, you'll hit the Starfleet icon next to the words task roll on your character sheet.
Okay. And just one roll?
No, two. Two is the
Or
roll.
two. Okay.
5, 3, sir.
3. What's my complication range?
Your complication range is 1.
Okay.
And
Is there a way that I can assist Jonas by just saying, like, I would actually trust his, like, in this matter, I would want to listen to him?
except something seems a little bit off about Jonas right in this particular moment, Bianca, and you can't put your finger on it, but there's something a little off kilter about his thought pattern, if that makes sense. You're still fairly new to the telepath business, but this suggestion that he's making doesn't feel like him.
Because I'm using my listener ability, would my attunement focus come into play?
Yes.
Okay, if that's the case, I get a bonus D20 because
Yep.
I'm trying to make a social convince, and I guess I will go ahead and just because I have no idea what's going on,
Yep.
I will buy another dice using a momentum if that's cool.
I'll give it to you with threat.
Oh, okay, sure, why not?
In other words, I'm spending threat to give you that extra die.
Oh god, that's not good. I suddenly feel like the harbinger of doom.
All right, so guys, go ahead and roll whenever you're ready. Ooh, 5 successes.
Hang on.
He is being possessed.
Jonas isn't this, like, charismatic. What's going on here?
Okay, there we go.
Versus 2 for Katie. Okay,
That's a Bianca roll.
right?
With presence command, that's a Bianca
That's
roll.
I'm still trying to figure out what time zone I'm in.
Right? No, 2 successes is good, but it's not going to overcome that. Claude, you feel like this Jonas character, whom you have not met before, can like see right into your soul with the words that he is using. Like it's fairly benign conversation, but there is definitely something to the words. Like, he's got a really good point. The doctor kind of cocks an eyebrow and scrunches her face a bit and is like, "Oh, you're a Lorian, aren't you? Oh, very good, very clever. Really? Hang on." She pulls a little wand-looking thing out of her hoodie pocket, and it points it at Jonas. It makes a little wee 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 sound, and catch him.
Bianca does.
Okay. Make a
everybody watches.
make a fitness security roll, difficulty 1.
Fitness security.
Yes.
Okay. If I can click
You do
on
not have a
things,
focus
that
that
would be
applies
great.
here.
Okay. I didn't figure I did. Kai.
Okay, you made the difficulty. You catch him as Jonas. You start to feel a sense of vertigo, and then it's just lights out, and he just kind of collapses in your arms, Bianca.
And then Bianca just like does not take kindly to that, and she kind of shoots the doctor a look, and she goes, "What the hell did you do?"
Mimetic virus. Very nasty thing. He'll wake up in a few minutes and he'll be 100% himself again, I promise.
What the?
Yeah,
Bianca
no,
just kind of looks.
I'm like totally scanning the shit out of what's happening, especially when my own guy falls down.
Okay, give me a reason science.
All right, hold on here. Let's go.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's what I want to know. How does Betazoid telepathy stack up against Time Lord?
What are you looking to do?
Yeah, plot. That's how it does.
Um,
Reason science.
It's gonna make your head hurt.
like
Alrighty here.
Bianca is just like WTF and is looking for anything she can glean.
You'd be better off going at Claude than you would the doctor, would be my guess.
Probably, but you're not one that did the thing.
All right, I have one success.
One success and
I
one
have one
complication from Rye. Okay.
Sounds good.
Your tricorder is not giving you any readings at all on the doctor or the blue box behind her. It is... There's not a jamming or dampening field or anything along that line that you can detect, but there, like, you can detect the presence of the box and the presence of the doctor. Like, they're showing up on the tricorder, but your tricorder isn't giving you any information about either one of them.
Gotcha. They're blocked. I'm actually more worried about Jonas, believe it or not.
Okay.
So
Give me a
'cause he
reason
fell
medicine check
over-
then, real quick.
Yeah, because he pulled out a little gizmo, and our dude fell over, and I don't know this guy, and he's like,
Girl.
"Oh, he'll be fine, I swear."
Yeah.
There's this thing you can't detect. You know, that's whatever.
Yeah.
All right, I reason medicine.
Okay, while you're doing that, Bianca, let's have you
I got nada.
let's have you make an insight command roll.
Okay.
This will be a sliding difficulty, but the base difficulty is going to be 3.
So I composure focus apply.
Yeah, I'll give it to you here.
Alright, I'm gonna spend a momentum for an extra die.
Okay.
I'm gonna reroll that 0.
I'm not seeing your roll at all. Oh, there it is. 4 successes, okay.
6.
Well, alright then. You got
Bianca
your momentum
is
back.
determined.
And then some. The doctor's mind is very, very alien to you, and it's almost like a labyrinth. And you feel like that's without her even trying to shield her thoughts. But you're able to pick up the fact that she recognized whatever was going on with Jonas and was able to use this wand-like apparatus to render him unconscious. And apparently eliminate whatever mimetic virus gave him the compulsion in the first place.
Am I able to tell it's the same entity that we encountered before?
The same entity that you encountered before in terms of the doctor?
Yeah.
But you weren't a telepath before.
No.
No, but she could see the doctor's memories of that encounter.
That's true. That's true. Yes, this is the same individual, although the memories are so far back. With the number of successes you got, you're able to kind of home in on them, but you feel an instant of vertigo because you have to go so far back through this individual's memories. They have lived thousands of years, if not more, in the time that has elapsed between the last time they were on the Dauntless and now.
Whack.
And while this is all happening, Claude kind of blinks and rubs her face, comes out of whatever weird little thing that Jonas was doing to her, and is like, "Captain, it is the doctor." just listen to what she has to say.
Well, doctor or not, this is my ship.
All right. Well, so not the best not the best start. I get it. Whatever that video was, though, you are going to want to get rid of it, delete it, remove it entirely from your ship. Because I promise you, it will not bode well for anybody who watches it.
Claude pokes the doctor and is like, "You're gonna need to give her a little bit more explanation as to why."
Well, it's a mimetic virus, and you saw what it did to Jonas. And
And Bianca just looks over her shoulder at Rye and she just nods and she says, "Make sure it's done."
Oh, this is gonna be awkward. If they go in Jonas's quarters, they're gonna find his murder board. This is great.
All right, well, I will go and purge that computer thing. I'll nod
so,
and
go ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna nod and go off to do what the captain told me to do
Okay.
because I want to get away from the doctor.
All right. So, Claude tells me you all need to travel back in time. How far was it? 100,000? 100,000 years? Is that right?
Yeah.
Thereabouts.
So, I guess the question is, how do you want to do that? Because obviously the TARDIS we can just jump in and go, but we could also bring your ship with us. I would just have to hook up my TARDIS to a few of your ship systems, and it shouldn't take all that long, I promise. But
We have modifications that we can make to our quantum slipstream drive. We've done it before.
you haven't gone 100,000 years before, though, right?
Okay, yeah, the last time was about a century and a half.
Right. So multiply that travel time by a factor of 1,000. You'd probably be very old by the time you got back to where you were going if you don't have the TARDIS.
Okay. Are we supposed to just move it to engineering?
Sure. Be right back. And she runs inside the TARDIS, closes the door, and it disappears.
And that's at the point where Bianca just blinks, looks at Claude, and she goes, and she's just be like, I don't understand this. I don't want to understand it. Just don't blow up my ship. Starfleet gave her to me in this very brand new condition. I would like to keep her that way.
Shanna inserts herself. Captain, what is it that we want to accomplish 100,000 years ago?
Preventing the destruction of the entire universe. If I understood the stakes correctly.
Or at least, all inhabited worlds in the galaxy.
How long is Jonas out for?
Jonas is starting to come around right about this time.
Okay.
And Bianca is like crouched on the ground holding him. Like, they're there.
And Jonas, you have no memory of the last minute and a half or so after the Doctor appeared. Like, you remember the TARDIS appearing, you remember the Claude and the Doctor stepping out, and after that, everything's kind of foggy.
Captain?
Hey, welcome back.
Where'd I go?
Apparently you had some sort of mimetic virus. It's gone now. Don't ask me to explain how, but it is.
As a would Jonas know what a mimetic virus is?
I'm going to say, having spent a fair amount of time around medical professionals, namely Dali, you would get, like, you know what a virus is, clearly, and mimetic
Yeah.
means mind. So a virus of the mind is what you would put together from that.
Okay, I had a virus. What? Why am I on the floor?
Because you don't have the virus anymore.
Right. What did I
You
do?
fainted. You fainted.
I have I have no memory of anything right now.
It's something we can worry about later.
I, Captain. Wait, where'd the TARDIS go? He says as he stands up.
I can only assume that the doctor is trying to relocate it to engineering.
And without missing a beat, engineering to Captain West.
Yes, Dash.
Captain, there's a
Blue box
blue box,
in
and
engineering.
yes, and a woman who looks a whole lot. The woman who stole your hairstyle, Captain, and she's asking to hook up her blue box to the slipstream drive. And Captain, I'm not
We
sure
were
how. Go ahead.
we were expecting that. Let her work.
All right. Sure thing. I will get out of her way. Ah,
Yeah,
Wh-
you better, or else she's gonna run you over.
Wait, why is she hooking up her box to the slipstream drive? What did I miss?
Because we have to go back 100,000 years in time. I
Okay,
know.
Jonas would know this, but I would not know this because I missed like the last 30 or 40 minutes of the game last time.
okay. So, in order to prevent the destruction of every inhabited planet in the Milky Way, the Dauntless crew is trying to go back in time to stop the activation of the ring, to stop the creation of that portal into another universe, because that's what brought the Skinia into our universe.
Okay. 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 Jonas is Jonas is nodding. I only have one question
Only one.
for the moment. Do
You're
we?
doing better than the captain.
How did I get a mimetic virus? And where did I get it?
Something about a video that you had in your quarters.
Do I have any memory of working of a video in my quarters?
The only video that you would have in your quarters that she would be talking about that you can think of would be the recreation of the Skinia that you saw when you listened for them.
The the only video I have is I was trying to recreate the sounds of the Skinia when I listened for them. That's the only thing I can think of.
It was
And
sound and video, wasn't it?
Sorry, what was that?
It was sound and video, right?
Uh, yes, it was I was trying to recreate video and sound of what he perceived
Hmm.
of the Skinia. That is the only. Why would that give me a mimetic virus?
that's a good question. All I know is that I sent Rye to take care of it,
And we will now cut
to delete
to
it.
Rye, or to not to Rye's quarters, to Jonas's quarters. Um,
I will speak to the computer. Computer, uh, Chief Science Officer's command authorization to open this door. Please log this with security personnel. So I figure I can force entry, but it tells security that I kind of just walked into his place.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Entry logged and noted.
Mm-hmm. Um,
The door swish open.
Lieutenant Commander Rye to the doctor.
Who does not have a comm badge.
I assume as soon as he materializes and/or the computer will pick up where he is.
She.
I assume it goes over this. And if he does not respond, then I will contact um, computer, locate Claude, or locate the individual designated as Claude. That is most likely near the captain.
Senior Agent Claude Lavoie is in Cargo Bay 2 with Captain Bianca West.
Please signal the closest LCAR screen to alert her of communication, i.e., since she doesn't have. Does she have a comm badge?
She has a comm badge.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. So skip that. Senior Agent
You don't have to
Claude?
take the long way around.
Yeah. Lieutenant Commander Rye to Senior Agent Claude.
Go ahead.
What exactly am I looking for?
What it appears from talking to Jonas and my own conversations with the doctor before we got here, there is a video that he was trying to recreate that has audio attached also, of the Skinia. Was it the transmissions that you received from the Skinia?
No, it's not really a transmission. I was opening myself up to the universe, and they decided to scream into my brain.
Ah, well, it was technically a transmission. You just didn't realize it. So that is the video. The recreation is what you are looking for.
Gotcha.
Jonas, Claude turns around to Jonas and asks, "Is there some place that Lieutenant Commander Rice should be looking specifically?"
Deadpan, without emotion, the murder board.
uh, Lieutenant Commander, Lieutenant Jonas is telling me you should look at the murder board. And Claude's not the least bit phased by this, by the way.
So I look at the murder board.
It
But
takes you. It takes you a second because in Romulan culture, and especially Romulan Imperial culture, murder board means something entirely different.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're like, well,
Murder
why would
board.
someone hang
You
their
mean
trophies up in the.
a
Oh,
guest
oh,
list to a party?
right. But looking
So
around, the only unusual looking thing in these quarters is a wall that's got a bunch of illustrations and some red string tying things together, and maybe this is what Jonas was talking about.
Jonas, when is the last time you touched the object?
Do I have any
Approximately.
Do I have any recollection of that?
Oh yeah, your long-term memory is fine. The only thing that are missing is the few minutes between the doctor's appearance and the doctor rendering you unconscious.
Okay. I would have been working on it last night before going to bed. It should be on the. It should be on the desk right beneath the murder board. It should be on the console there.
I see. Do I see it?
There is a console displaying a still image
Gotcha.
of something that also almost looks fractal in nature.
Would you have any reason to keep it running?
It was a constant work in progress. It's like
Gotcha.
trying to, yeah. Before you can go any further,
I will. Computer. Does the computer respond? I assume it does.
The computer's waiting for your commands.
Computer. I will name off the registry of the console.
Mm-hmm.
Please sever all ties from this console to the rest of the ship
A
and
little
power it
acknowledgement
down.
tone. And then what?
I'm then going to commander ride to computer operations specialist, whoever, Jones.
You're gonna. I hate to do this, but you're gonna have to repeat that because your signal broke up.
Yeah, I just made up someone's name. Lieutenant Commander, I need you and the engineering team down to just as quarters up on top. We have to. We've got some work to do. Long story short, rather than rolling me working with the NPCs, and literally.
I got the word literally to literally do what?
I think we might have lost him.
Time space anomaly has swallowed Jonas's quarters and everything in it.
I was
That
going to say
is,
that actually.
that is the power of the murder board.
I'm like, it actually plays in really nicely to the whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm gonna coordinate the forensic team to get this thing out.
Okay, gotcha.
Lieutenant Commander Rye,
Yeah.
make sure that nobody watches that.
Oh, I intend to. There are a great many films about watching a video and 7 days later. I'm a fond of the classics. So yeah, so I'll let everybody else RP here, but that's what I'm doing right now is as forensically as possible. We're taking this computer out, checking to see if it's somehow networked,
And then
and I
taking it
will.
out back and shooting it.
Yeah, I almost actually, if it had been a pad, I almost just shot it with my phaser. Oh, there you go. It doesn't exist anymore. But right now we're separating it, and then I may have other ideas if it ends up happening to be, unless I'm just wasting time on the red herring here.
No, it's you're doing what you got to do. Go ahead.
So yeah, I'm gonna let somebody else jump in.
Okay.
If that's all right.
So swapping back to the cargo bay, unless you guys would rather be somewhere else.
I'm good with that. Jonas is just sort of.
There.
This was not how I was. This is not how I was expecting my shift to start.
Is
Say that again, Katie.
it looks like Bianca's talking, but I'm not hearing.
Oh,
anything.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why my thing's
Were
lighting
you
up.
on your keyboard or were you typing something?
No,
Oh,
I was
okay.
on my keyboard, but yeah.
Agent Claude?
Yes.
So, for me to understand this correctly, I was creating something from memory and I got a memetic virus from it.
Correct.
How does that happen?
And
That
feel free to
is
punt this one to like the Dauntless has medical officers, so if you feel like Claude would be out of her element on this one, just FYI.
right. That's not. Yeah. To be honest, Lieutenant, that's not my area of expertise. I am a temporal agent, so I could tell you anything to do with that, but either the doctor or possibly the medical bay would be able to explain it better.
Oh no. I would rather not talk to Dolly about this at any point right now.
There is the ship's emergency medical hologram.
Lieutenant, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling very disquieted. As an Elarian, we time is time is a very unusual thing for us, but losing time is not something that sits well, and it's very unusual, and I don't like the feeling.
I do not blame you for that.
Also,
Uh,
uh, does anybody? This is the second time something has taken over my brain and tried to use me for its own purposes. I am sensing a theme here.
When was the first?
When I tried to shoot the captain.
Right, yes, okay.
Everyone can get into my brain. It's perfect.
This is fine.
It's almost as if the really cool abilities come with their own hang-ups.
It's really true, and it's really, really cool, and I really like. Jonas, on the other hand,
Thanks,
is
I love
not
it.
enjoying it.
Thanks, I hate it.
You're right.
Jonas doesn't like it. I think it's amazing. So Jonas will give himself a little shake, and is there anything we can be doing to helping the doctor right now?
I think that depends on what the captain wants to do.
What? Am I physically there?
Yes,
That
you
was-
are all. None of you have
Yes,
left the
you
cargo
are.
bay.
We have
I
not
don't.
left the cargo bay. Okay, got
We
it.
have not-
Got it.
You're in charge, Captain. I'm just visiting. I don't want to tell you what to do on your own ship, but we might want to go talk to the doctor and see what's happening.
Oh no, that's exactly where I was going.
Okay.
Are we taking this little field trip down to engineering?
Little field trip. By all means, let's.
Because, the TARDIS is on board. Might as well make the entire ship into the magic fucking school bus.
I mean, basically, yes.
Just paint colorful things on the hull. It's fine.
Paint a smiley face on the Warp Core breach. TNG did that.
He was also out of his gourd.
He was, yes. So you guys reach engineering, and the doctor is there and working with a few of the engineering crewmen. It looks like things are moving pretty swiftly. Dash is just kind of watching the whole thing. You'd almost think he's scowling, but just glancing at his surface thoughts, he is very intent and also a little pleased. Like he is seeing the doctor working on that slipstream drive and thinking, hey, there are improvements we could just be making to the slipstream drive in general that she's making just on the fly without even, like, where did she learn all of this?
Jonas is watching in utter and complete fascination. If no one else has a thing they want to do really quick, Jonas will walk up to the doctor while the doctor is doing whatever, and he will thank them
Oh,
for their
hello,
help.
feeling better?
Yes, I'm feeling much better, if not still confused, but thank you.
Of course, happy to help. Sorry about the whole unconscious bit, but it's kind of necessary once the virus has progressed that far.
Um, and you would be quite surprised how normal it is for me to pass out when things take over my brain.
Oh, that's dreadful, I'm sorry. Didn't realize things had a habit of doing that.
I almost shot the captain once. It's a really good thing that I'm a bad shot.
Duly noted. Here, hold this. And she just kind of hands you a pad and a set of wires that are connected to one of the consoles in the back.
I will hold on to it. Can I make heads or tails of what they are doing right
The pad, you don't recognize the language on the pad, and the universal translator isn't deciphering it. It looks like kind of rings, circles uh, with crescents inscribed in them. It's if it's a language, it's not one you've seen before. The wiring, you are not entirely sure, but give me a reason engineering roll.
now? Okay.
Also, Kate, you fell out of roll 20.
Yeah, sorry, I had to restart my computer, so
Oh,
I've got
bummer.
Discord
Okay.
just on my phone right now.
Okay.
Would any of my focuses come into apply here?
Let's check your focuses. Um,
Astronavigation, evasive action, tunnel
Temporal mechanics.
operations. Oh, okay. I haven't gotten to use that one in a while.
At least 2 weeks.
God, it feels like forever.
It's been a rough 2 weeks. I get you.
Okay. Question: does this have anything to do with analyzing or repairing uh, flight or propulsion equipment?
Analyzing, yes. So,
Could I switch engineering to con instead then
uh,
for my flight controller talent?
okay, sure.
What's the difficulty?
I'm going to set the difficulty at 2.
Okay. Um, I will take one dice for cautious so I can get us some momentum.
Okay.
And I'm gonna re-roll that complication.
Good idea. That came out a little better. 4
Yes, it
successes
did.
means 2 momentum. Uh, the doctor appears to be tying the engineering systems into the navigation control panel on the TARDIS. Um, Normally, Slipstream kind of uses a subdimension of subspace. It's like not fully within subspace, but it's deeper in warp space than warp drive is, which is why you can travel at such phenomenal speeds.
Uh-huh.
Whatever system the Doctor is using will take the Dauntless out of the universe entirely.
Okay.
Okay, Jonas
When
says.
when when I have when I have that thought, do I get a bad vibe or do I get like an okay vibe?
It's an okay vibe in the sense that the Doctor has made repairs like this to her own ship before. It's not something that Dauntless is necessarily designed for, but
And
this the
and Dash is probably having a shit fit right now. That's fine. And Bianca's probably
Dash
dealing with that.
Dash for his part is just kind of studying and wondering like what kind of technology is even being employed on the other side of that blue police box door.
Speaking of which,
Because
is the
because
doctor?
she's reading this the slipstream drive, the slipstream as a vehicle of as a method of travel can handle a great deal of energy projected through it. And that's kind of what the doctor's looking to do with it here.
Okay.
No,
So
sorry, what were you guys saying?
Jonas is just gonna nod appreciatively, and can he see inside the TARDIS?
The door's cracked, so he could take a peek in there if he wanted to.
He's very curious to look inside the TARDIS.
Uh, taking a peek in, it is rather large, actually, much larger than the outside of the uh, box would seem to indicate. There are control panels in there. It's a large domed room about the size of a small planetarium.
It's bigger on the inside, okay?
Yes, yes, it's a TARDIS. Someone help me with what it stands for.
Time and relative dimension in space.
Bingo.
When he looks inside and he sees it, does he get any sense of anything?
This little blue box has been all over the universe, all over time, and through a handful of other universes. It has seen some shit.
Oh my. You have your TARDIS is very. It's very, very.
Oh, she's lovely, isn't she?
She's very lovely. I'm sorry, what language was this? And he points down to the pad he's holding.
Oh, thanks. And she just kind of takes it back.
Of course she is.
And over her shoulder, she says, Gallifreyan. That's where I'm from. Doesn't exist anymore.
Oh.
Quite. Long story.
I've never
Okay,
heard of a system called Gallifrey.
Jonas has held off long enough. He would like to
What
listen to the
quadrant is
doctor
that
now.
What did you say,
No,
Sam?
Bianca's literally like Gallifrey. I've never heard of that star system. What quadrant is it in?
And in response, the doctor rattles off a series of coordinates as Jonas is listening. And Bianca, it's not any coordinate system that you could make head or tails of. All right, Jonas, give me a insight command roll. Are you listening for anything in particular?
So he gets from the TARDIS itself that they have been through time and space and the universes and
Yep.
everything. He wants to get a sense of the Doctor. He wants to get a sense of the Doctor's role in the universe at large.
Okay. So, insight command difficulty here is going to be, we'll call it 2, since you're right there, she's right there, and it's almost harder not to listen to her at this point.
He's been very good. He hasn't immediately listened because he's getting into trouble apparently now for listening to things.
The universe is like, you know too much, Jonas Garden.
All right. So I will take, just because I really want to get this. I will take 1 momentum if everyone's okay with that.
I mean, y'all have 5, so that should be fine.
All right, and then my attunement focus comes into play here.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
I mean, among others.
Oh yeah, temporal mechanics wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And possibly ancient technology.
Ancient technology, yes.
Possibly astronavigation.
Okay, 3 successes, 1 momentum. The Doctor is a very, very old being who, despite that, is always seems to be full of wonder. Always seems to be finding something new, some new adventure, some new mess to get herself into. This is only a recent incarnation. You were, I think, unconscious for a conversation in the cargo bay that took place, but the Doctor has not always had this form. In fact, most of her life she's been male. But she's been through several rebirths, regenerations. You pick up that word. As to her role, she tends to find herself in the middle of situations where someone needs her help. And Kate, we lost you again. You having to restart?
Still in the middle of the laptop restart.
Gotcha. Okay.
Whatever. I'm here. I can hear everything.
Okay.
Okay, with all of that, Jonas is just he's gonna get like this really soft smile on his face, and he's just gonna like make sure he's off to the side, but offering his help if the doctor needs it.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
Bianca is probably actually going to go back up to the bridge.
Okay.
Because she's dealt with the doctor before, and now that she's kind of made sure that the doctor is who they say, who she says she is, and all that. Like, she was inclined to believe it because she was with Claude and the box and the context and all that, but seeing a new face was a little bit jarring, so she had to make sure. But she's probably back up on the bridge and just following the status updates from her chair, which she seems to be in a lot
Lately?
more than she ever thought she would be. Yeah.
Would this be a good time for Bianca to catch Shiana up with like what? Because the way the last episode ended, like Bianca had this experience with the AI and this download of information, but I don't think that's been shared yet.
I don't remember.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a good time for a turbolift scene.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Claude and Shanna will probably go with Bianca back up to the
bridge. Yes.
And they could talk
that
about
sounds
their...
good.
Because they also need to discuss the plan.
Yes, because Shiana is frustratedly in the dark about the plan.
From the corner where the doctor is kind of buried up to her shoulders in cables. Yes, plans are good. Have plans.
If he notices the captain and everybody leaving, Jonas will be like, "Captain, do you need me to come with everyone, or can I stay down here and help?"
Oh, you're more than welcome. We're not going anywhere for a while.
Doctor, do you need any help with anything?
Oh, I'd love your help. Especially since you seem to kind of know these systems.
I, in fact, really do quite know these systems.
Perfect. You're the perfect person to make sure I don't break anything I shouldn't. I try to limit myself to breaking the things that I should.
Well, I can help with that. Breaking is bad, tweaking is fine. The captain just left. Let's do this.
Well, okay, in fairness, the captain had to do a lot of slapdash repairs during the Iconian War just to get ships back out. So
the captain gets the difference between the specs and how things really work.
Especially as a test pilot, too.
Okay, but I'm going to move you guys up to the bridge and we'll do a quick scene in the turbolift on your way up.
And I'm trying to remember what the AI shared with me last session because I have the gut brain of a guppy.
It kind of shared everything, honestly.
I think that when we get into the turbolift, Shiana turns to Bianca and raises an eyebrow and says, "Captain?"
And Bianca is just kind of like gives her that look like yes. Like, yes. Like, I
Claus just
hear
standing in
that.
the background.
Like, it's a look. It's not like she's not. She's like, I know that tone of your voice, and I don't like it.
As your chief security officer, it might be good that I be read in on this plan.
Well, a blue police box dropped in before I could let you in on the plan.
Of course. And now is your opportunity to share with me.
To be honest, there's not much of a plan. The plan is to go back in time
It's really
to
about
stop the
11% of a
destruction of
plan.
stop all of the stop the destruction of all life in the galaxy.
And how do we think we're going to be able to accomplish that exactly?
Given I don't actually know a lot about the precipitating events, I'm not sure. But, I'm pretty good at winging it. I
Sure,
don't like
let's
it, but,
wing it.
you've got a better idea?
What data do we have on the event 100,000 years ago?
Well, we know that this ring that, all these huge derelicts are a part of, this gigantic ring, once opened a portal. And that portal led to something really bad, and we just have to keep that portal from being opened. Not everything is A plus B equals C around here. You know that.
Indeed, I do. I would love, though, to have more of a plan in place. Which,
I would
Agent
too.
Claude, perhaps there's some information that you could share with us that might help us enter this situation more situationally aware.
Well, you'll have to bear with me because I am still trying to remember which century I'm in. The I mean the basis of the plan is to stop these creatures from coming through the portal.
Well, given that there's a lot of them and we're only one ship. A big ship, but still only one.
True. That would mean that the easiest thing to do would be to just blow up the portal.
Or stop it from ever being opened.
Yeah. Doctor gets kind of fussy about the blowing up stuff.
Well, I mean, so do I. But,
Well, I don't mean like drive the Dauntless into the portal to blow it up. Like, that would be a bad plan.
well, no, I don't want collateral damage wherever we can avoid it. The only thing is why was this portal opened in the first place if it was so bad for everything?
Given,
I
sorry, let me jump in here real quick
yeah, I
because
was
this
gonna
is
say go
character
ahead.
knowledge. This is character knowledge for Bianca. When the AI shared its information with you, one of the things it shared was that opening a portal to the Skinia's universe was not at all the intention. Apparently, that was a side effect. Like this portal
Well, what was
had
the
to.
original intention?
The original intention was to open a portal to another universe like ours, and it was successful at that. But if you picture the idea of Have you seen Buckaroo Banzai?
Yes.
Okay, so the
A long
idea
time ago, but yeah.
the idea was to open a portal into another universe. But in order to do that, the tunnel from universe A to universe B clipped universe C, which is where the Skinia live. Pulled some
Mm.
Skinia across into universe A. And then 2,000 years later, they were like, "You can laugh and no more, monkey boy."
And Declaration of War, the short form.
Mm-hmm. The very short form.
Isn't this a temporal causality loop?
That's going to be
Well,
Sorry, Katie, go ahead.
That Claude just kind of smiles. Was that? Claude just smiles at Shiana when she asks that question.
That's not helpful.
Well, I'm here to be helpful. I'm not here to solve the problem for you.
But how is it that Starfleet is it 2 centuries in the future?
Yes.
or 2 millennia.
Yeah, 2 millennia.
2 millennia. How is it that Starfleet 2 millennia in the future goes to this extreme to escape the Skinia, goes back 100,000 years in time, and then creates the problem with the Skinia?
Desperation leads to mistakes.
But are we sure that we're attacking this problem from the right angle, the right point?
Well, all we got to tell them is that whatever they're doing, it's not going to work, and it's actually going to cause the problems they're trying to escape in the first place. And we have the proof.
But Captain, will they believe us? And this ring is massive. We're one tiny ship in the face of something that's massive. I don't know how else to say it. I think that we need more of a plan.
You guys are on the bridge or in the ready room at this point, by the way, because no turbolift takes that long, even on the Dauntless.
Right. Well, I think
Well,
Bianca
unless
would be
it's
like,
like-
okay, let's continue this in the briefing room, kind of like
Yeah.
walks across the bridge. And then
Unless
And
we
then
got to the
downstairs,
floor
because the
and
bridge. Sorry, go ahead.
we got to the floor and it wouldn't let us out, so we had to ride it again.
God damn.
They were stuck on the turbolift for 11 days. So, okay, so yeah, we'll put you guys in the little conference area. The bridge of the Dauntless is 2 full decks because the Dauntless is that big of a ship and the bridge is almost the size of a friggin' football field.
Not that big.
Arena football.
Maybe. It is cavernous. But which Bianca hates, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Hates it. But she's just like, Shanna, I get that part, but part of there's not much to go on here. It is the part you're having trouble with.
Yeah, I mean, the first step really is to get back there, which is why you guys called me.
But is there more intelligence that you can share with us before we get there?
No, I was on Deep Space Nine before I showed up. Like, I haven't actually been back. The Doctor and I didn't do a scouting mission or anything back 100,000 years. Um,
But does the Doctor have some knowledge that might be
uh,
helpful?
yeah, the Doctor has a lot of knowledge, so it's entirely possible. Whether she will share it with us or not, that's the question.
Believe me, I tried to glean as much from that AI as I could, but it was stubborn, to say the least. More stubborn than you. More
That
stubborn than me. More
that
stubborn than Tom.
all of that being said, Bianca, you have access to at least a good chunk of the AI's knowledge because that information was transferred through the AI into you uh, when you helped it end its existence. So if you have a question, you can ask me as a GM, and I can tell you if that's something Bianca might know.
I don't really know what questions to ask.
Gotcha. Hi,
Yes,
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Been yelling all day. Um, I don't know. What more do I know? Like you haven't really told me.
That's true. Uh, Related to the events of the past, I mean, you guys kind of have a good idea of what happened broad scale, right? So I guess I would need a little bit more, like I would need a vector at least of what information you are looking for that you don't have.
Well, part of the problem is I don't really know what information I'm looking
You
for.
don't know what you don't know. That's true. And that,
I just
frankly, is something that you can only solve by traveling
traveling where?
back to the past.
Okay, but I thought I already knew.
Okay.
I'm
That's
asking you as GM to help me, the player, because I don't have
and
anything.
right, and I want to, but I need to know what you want me to help with.
Well, any knowledge that would be useful to us. I don't really know what would be.
Did the AI give Bianca any information about who, like, the command structure of Starfleet when we're going
You have
into the
the
past?
you
Like,
have the command structure of the senior leadership on the ring. The commander is a Felifrix, non-binary, who is known as simply the commander. There are a handful of other individuals, uh, Akiyoshi, Kelleher, Sandberg, Nataraja, Kingston. Uh,
Bianca's just gonna be like, well, the command there's someone the AI only knew as the commander. Maybe I can convince this person to stand down, whatever it is.
I mean, I think that's a good place to start as any. Since we're not going to come in shooting at shit, we probably need to figure out who we need to talk to, and somebody called the commander would definitely be our first
Well, and
choice.
apparently, according to the AI, I'm someone of import. I would assume that that would mean that they would listen to me.
all of the
God
Dauntless.
knows
That applies to
why.
all the Dauntless' senior staff.
Listen to us.
The AI told you that they would listen to you.
The AI said that we were important somehow. I wouldn't say why, obviously, temporal prime directive and all that, but if that is to be believed, and if I am an admiral at some point in the future, and she just kind of looks pointedly at Claude.
who whistles and does not look at Bianca.
Oh, please, can you tell my mother that? She'll be thrilled, and she'll get off my ass.
Captain, may I say though that this is our entry point into making these people listen to us. You are Admiral Bianca West.
No, I already have whiplash from being commander and then captain, as fast as I was.
But if you are an admiral in the future, and they know you as an admiral, and the AI...
That's 2,000 years in the future, they know me as dead.
But they know you as an admiral of some repute, obviously, for the AI to impart that information to you. So, what if we come in on Dauntless and announce you as Admiral West?
Well, I don't think we need to. Like I said, I've got whiplash from being Captain West already. We're not going there. No. Plus, the future isn't written.
Claude whispers to Shiana, "We're going there."
You're not helping.
Agent Lavoie and I are in agreement, Captain. We have to employ every tool that we have available to us to make this contingent of Starfleet listen to us. Your rank, your standing, whatever it is that whatever your future legend is.
If I'm already something to these people, it doesn't matter what rank I am now.
Well, that's not quite the point, though, because we're not going to the future, we're going to the past. Yes?
But they're people that are from the future in the past.
Right. Therefore, it does actually matter how we present you, how we handle this situation, and who they're going to be talking to.
You realize I'm 32 years old, right?
That's 2 years
totally
older than Jim Kirk was when he became captain.
I am the youngest captain since Rafael Martinez of the Sally Ride.
The point is, the people from the future who are in the past will pay attention to Admiral West.
Then why didn't you go get Admiral West? I'm not an admiral.
But you will be. And to them, you are. And so why not use every tool that we have at our disposal to persuade them?
Am I still in command of Dauntless when I'm an admiral? Probably not. So it makes no sense.
Bianca, give me a insight command check, difficulty 1.
I'm going to just chime in here for out of character for a second. All I heard was there was some lying that needed to happen.
And of course, our captain doesn't want to lie, but Shiana totally wants to lie.
I would definitely dress Bianca up in the Admiral duds, and she would totally be happy about that, I'm sure.
Bianca's totally digging her heels in about lying for some reason.
I get
Bianca does not lie. She just doesn't do it.
She just prevaricates a little.
Beta are very honest people.
Technically, you're not lying. We'd be lying. It's fine.
Never mind,
Okay,
you'd have to alter her fucking uniform and all that. Roll when you're ready.
Like, that's hard. Come on.
Okay, what's the difficulty?
The difficulty is 1.
Claude runs to the TARDIS, disappears for 2 minutes, comes back with an Admiral uniform.
4,
Right.
bitch.
Jesus, all right. You've got some bonus momentum. As you're saying, I don't even know. I'm probably not even in command of Dauntless as an admiral, and then you don't quite remember, but sort of do. It's kind of an odd sensation, but after you make the rank of admiral, you do briefly return to the Dauntless to use it as a flagship. You don't get any information beyond that, though.
What part? And then she's just kind of like muttering to herself, what part of don't let them promote you, don't let them do anything to take you away from the bridge of that ship. Don't you understand, Bianca?
Captain, are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. So, how many stars are we putting on? 1, 2, 3, 4. Go Hap Arnold and make it 5.
Now, you're not the protagonist from Star Trek Online. That would just be silly. But it would be 1. Or you could go back as captain. If they're going to listen to you, they're going to listen to Bianca. They're not going to listen to the rank.
Exactly my point. No, this is going to hinge on the face of it. No deceptions. Come as you are. That's final.
As a friend, as an old.
God damn it, Kate.
All that
right.
was kind of a bleak Captain Marvel reference. I'm not gonna lie. But she just.
Claude just looks oddly pleased about the whole situation.
Shannon nods. As you wish, Captain.
Swear to God, if
we
I
all
make
better
Admiral
put
before
our
I'm 40,
persuasive hats on.
I swear to God, if I make Admiral before I'm 40, I'm gonna rip my mom a new one.
You will make Admiral before you're 40. Have you met you?
Also,
that's what scares me.
Also, if we need people to do social convincing, it's best to bring an Elarian.
Claude's internal dialogue, meanwhile, is like, I've met her.
Well, now that that's decided, perhaps we should check in with the doctor and see if she has the engine up and running so that we can get on with this.
That would be wise, I think. And then Bianca just is going to go back up to the main bridge.
Almost as if on cue. Engineering to bridge.
Bridge here.
Captain, the doctor says she's done, and that most of the wires are back where they should be, I think.
Jonas can be heard in the background going, "This is amazing."
Well, tell Lieutenant Carden to get up here. We've got a course to set.
I should probably head up there too. It's navigation can be a little, well, timey-wimey.
You know, I actually like that word. Timey-wimey explains a lot of everything we've been through in this nebula.
Doesn't it though? It's just such a great word in general. I love it.
You know, I liked it a lot better when I was going straight back in time.
But
Just
we're still
straight back
going
in
straight
time.
back, just a lot further.
Okay.
All right, Jonas will make his way with the doctor back to the.
Okay. You guys kind of settle in, and yeah. So let me take a quick break and bathroom, other stuff, and then I will be back, and we will kick off and go back to the past, not back to the future, but back to the past. Yeah, I'm gonna shut up now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some.
Yay! Yeah, break time.
I'm gonna
Because
go
I'm
get
not
water.
freaked out by this at all.
It's great. Jonas is gonna have such a headache.
This is like Shiana's worst nightmare, honestly, everybody. Like a situation that she has literally no control over because it's physics and shit.
physics.
And shit.
Bianca's degree is in astrophysics, so she's
Like sciencey shit that Shiana just doesn't know enough about. Which, like, speaking of, this would be a good time for Rai to come in and calm Shiana down.
Well, I mean, I can.
he would just like say so much science words that Shiana would get all like weird again.
I mean, I'm going through all of Jonas's stuff. That's what I'm doing.
Which, like, when you
Wow.
were doing that, when you were shutting down, oh my gosh, I almost wanted to be like, and Shiana is there too. But I figured I'd just stay in the cargo bay.
Aw.
Yeah, creepy alien that just seems to be running around the ship, running amok, compared to, at least I'm a known shady guy. I'm like, I mean, what's he possibly gonna do? Go touch my security console? Oh shit, he might.
In which case, she would punch him, so, you know.
That's okay. Hey, I logged my actions with security. What I'm doing? I'm there surrounded by a bunch of yellow jackets.
Yellow jackets.
Yeah, that's the fancy term for them, and I only know that because a Star Trek book told me.
Nice.
So I'm going to assume the game is over.
Oh
we're
no, this is
taking
just a
taking a
break.
break.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're just on break. But go ahead. I mean, because we're on break.
I've been spending most of my time actually doing a bit of Anthem. It just came on, so unfortunately I've been listening. Oops.
Yeah, I've been waiting to drop that Shield of Tomorrow reference for a while because I realized that Bianca is probably one of the youngest captains since Rafael Martinez. Because Rafael Martinez was 34 when he became captain of the Sally Ride. And his idol was Kirk.
I'm trying to think. How old would Ted be when he took control of the Valkyrie?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Have to ask Adcon. Oh, so weird. Like, I expect at least a little bit of sensitivity and maybe a teeny bit of scarring from a new tattoo, but my tattoo that I got in April, it has none. Like, it's like I never got it, except that I can see it. Buddy, you
Some
are
of that new
asking to get
tech for
rolled
the
over.
tattoo guns is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And it really does not. Yeah, the one I got in. God, when did I get that, Dawn? I don't even remember.
You got it like right
February,
before I
March?
got mine.
I think so. And it healed so quickly. And
Yeah,
like
mine
no
healed
bleed
within a
out.
week.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had barely any peeling. It flaked a little bit, but.
Mm-hmm. And that's, I remember my tattoo artist saying she'd swapped over to some new gun that is apparently like less invasive, but still does the same amount of ink deposit. So you don't get as much damage. But that, yeah, like the last 2 or 3 she's done for me have healed. I mean, she's got a light hand anyway, so I've never had a scarring problem with her, but.
I'm back. My artist was great. Like, I mean, I had to sit a full 4 hours for my tattoo, which is murder. But she was really good, just like, and my friends are all like I had so many people petting my arm at Denver Pop Culture Con because there was a lot of the first time these people had seen it in person, so they were like, "Oh, can I feel it?" And they're like, "Oh, it doesn't feel like it's even there."
I was going to say, I hope A, they're friends, and B, they asked first.
No, I specifically invited them to touch it because I knew how good it was. And I'm like, because they're like, "Oh, that line works great. That quality's awesome." I'm like, "I know, feel it."
How's everyone doing? Are we ready to go?
Yep, I'm back.
Yep, good.
Okay.
I'm trying to eat granola, but I'm here.
Sorry, sweetie. I'm sure
No, it's
Ozzy's in
fine.
there with you.
No, he hasn't. I think he's asleep. Oh, hi, Oz.
I mean, it's a bowl. It has liquid stuff in it. He's there. Trust me.
He's right behind me.
Yeah. Well,
He's
hello.
coming
Is
from
that
inside
cereal?
out. It is, baby, but it's almond milk. You don't want it.
All right. We will go ahead and get started. The doctor is there with Jonas, kind of watching over his shoulder. Um, Jonas, let's have you do a command con. Difficulty is going to be 4. The doctor is going to
Okay.
assist, as is the Dauntless. Dauntless will assist with computer Computers Con?
It was what command?
Control Command. Or Control Con, rather.
Okay, con is much better than command.
Mm-hmm. It's a little better.
All right. Uh, I'll go ahead and take a dice for cautious, or
Okay.
momentum for cautious.
Yep. I know what you meant.
Mm. And if I have the doctor and the ship helping, I won't burn a determination.
Shouldn't
Not right
have to.
now. Okay. I will go ahead and roll then.
Okay. Especially the way you guys have been rolling. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Okay, on second thought, you might want to use your
We were
determination on
due
that
to
one.
start rolling like shit.
I would like to burn my value. I
It's
would like
because
to
I said
burn
you
my
guys have
value.
been rolling really well.
I'm like, you totally jinxed us. Nice job.
I'd like to burn my value
Thanks,
either
Dawn.
the faster I fly, the more I'm free, or I am the calm in the storm.
I am the calm in the storm definitely works here.
Okay, do I re-roll everything or just the
You can
two?
re-roll as many dice as you would like.
Okay, I will re-roll the two,
Okay.
and I haven't used my cautious re-roll. Do I still get that
You will
afterwards, or is
still
that
get
gone
that,
now?
yes.
Okay, just
Okay, so 3. One from the doctor, so that you have 4, and if someone would like to roll for the Dauntless, it's Computers Con.
Hold on. Computers con.
Okay, so you guys made the difficulty. Nicely done. You set in the coordinates, and then you look at it, and you look at the console, and you're like, wait, hold on. And you start kind of re-entering stuff because the initial set of coordinates looks completely off. Uh, so you take a breath, you start re-entering the coordinates. The doctor says, "Oh, right there and there, and yes, perfect." And your course is set.
coordinates are in, Captain.
Engage.
All right, everybody, hold on to something.
Hold on to your butts. Uh, and you guys enter what almost looks like a combination of warp drive and slipstream, but there are elements of some sort of travel, some sort of dimension. Jonas, it's just at the edge of your perception. But uh, the ship itself feels smooth. It feels like it's going where it needs to be going.
Does this does that feeling at all feel familiar at all?
Um, what would you use as a basis for comparison?
The only thing I could think of would be the mycelial network.
Hmm. It does not feel like that.
Okay.
It feels unusual, but uh, not quite like anything you've ever felt, including the mycelial network. It's it's a strange feeling of moving, but not, if that makes sense. But it's not bad enough to cause vertigo.
Okay. The entire time they're in this kind of corridor or whatever it is, Jonas's eyes are on all of the instruments just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Oh, Bianca's eyes are on it too. Trust me.
Bianca, the instrument panel is giving you readings that don't entirely make sense.
Bianca's just kind of like it's another one of those like waiting for the dawn type of moments.
Kind of. After a few moments, the doctor says, "All right, brace yourselves. I don't think this will be bumpy, but I could be." And the bridge kind of shakes as you guys drop out. Could be wrong.
Fun times. Where do we come out?
You guys come out about 100,000 kilometers inward from the ring's surface, so a good chunk of the ring is visible to you from where the Dauntless is. If you check your Roll20 screen, you should kind of see your visual.
Oh.
Immediate tactical scan.
Let's do a reason security, difficulty 1.
And Jonas is curious enough because he wants to listen to it.
Okay. Let's have Shanna make her scan first. So it's difficulty 1 reduced from 2. Dauntless is assisting with sensor security.
I can roll that.
Oh, you get to roll one more, Shanna. There you go.
Sorry, problems clicking things.
No worries.
And the Dauntless is sensor security?
Correct. 2 successes from the Dauntless. Nicely done.
Yay, Jonas.
It takes a moment for the sensors to register everything that's going on. And by that I mean it takes probably 30 seconds to a minute just for the tactical display to populate with the number of Federation ships that are in this sector. You count them in the thousands. All of them outscaling Dauntless by at least a factor of 2. They are huge ships. That's to say nothing of the ring itself, which is literally the size of Earth's orbit around the sun.
Whoa.
At which information, Shiana, Captain, I think you need to see this. And we're going to have to communicate effectively immediately.
The doctor's just kind of leaning toward the view screen and like, "Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it?
It really is.
It never ceases to amaze me what you humans can do when you put your minds to it."
You know?
And everyone else said, "I know you're not quite human. I know you're Elorian."
No, but
Well, that's cute, but we need to not get shot out of the sky right now.
No, but I agree, Doctor. My race has always thought the same thing of humans.
The weapon systems on those ships are minimal.
Mine has not always thought that of humans.
So, does Jonas need to roll for his list?
Yes. That will be Insight Command. Are you trying to listen for anything in particular?
At the moment, aside from just listening to Jonas actually wants to listen to the ring,
Okay.
like that, and then also as well any threats to them as their ship.
Gotcha. Okay. Sarah, you might need to disconnect and reconnect because no one can hear what you're saying. Let's have Jonas make that roll. Difficulty's going to be 2.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, great.
What was the role?
It's Insight Command, and your attunement focus applies.
Okay.
Hey, what's the likelihood that Claude would know any of these people
Which people?
that are on the ships?
The future past people. This is an excellent question.
Yeah.
None. And I will tell you, Claude's travels took her to portions of the 26th, 27th, and 29th centuries. She was never this far ahead.
I'd like to grab 1 dice for a momentum, please.
Oh, I guess.
All right,
Oh, dude.
rolling.
3 successes. The ring is phenomenal, obviously, but it's also it is the same feeling that you have always gotten from reading the Derelict Pieces. The sense of not quite belonging to the timeline. You still get that here, amplified by the fact that the ring is here in its full, complete glory. You don't register any sort of threat to the ring from the ships that are in the system, however.
Okay. Because he knows what the evil race are capable of, or whatever they
Skinia,
are, because
yeah.
I can't remember. He would like to be as open and aware as possible for anything like giant portals opening up and asteroids hurtling through.
Okay.
Jonas would like to be a watchdog for a little bit.
Okay. Jonas does pick something up, and it's a ways away. It's not a portal or anything per se, but you can sense a white dwarf star on a collision course, not with the ring, but with the sun, with the G-class star at the center of the system.
Captain,
Yes, Lieutenant.
there's a white dwarf on a collision course for the star in this system.
And Bianca just kind of like looks at the doctor.
How far out is it? How much time have we got?
How much? Yes, GM, please tell me this.
Ask your science officer.
Oh, okay, cool. Science officer, help!
Uh-oh.
Well, we're all gonna die.
Adam, you there? Because you're muted.
I'm here. What's up? Sorry about that.
No worries. Jonas, using his Elorian sixth sense, has picked up a white dwarf on a collision course with the star in the center of the system, and he has asked for assistance from the science officer to find out
Oh yeah, that sounds like something
when
I
that
do.
might happen.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm assisting.
Yeah. No, you're actually making uh a reason science roll.
So, but I'm the leader, so I roll
You are
2
the lead
dice.
on this. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and spend a point of momentum to get
Okay.
an extra one. I assume
Difficulty
my
is 1 reduced from 2, and the Dauntless is assisting with sensor science.
All right, my sensor operations, I assume.
Yep.
All right, big money, big money. There
4
we are.
successes.
Yeah, and then
Nice.
Jonas wants to help out.
Uh,
Can.
the
Sure.
you guys have enough successes even without rolling for Dauntless. However, if you want to roll for Dauntless, you may.
But please do, because that's how we build advantages.
What would Dauntless be rolling?
Sensor science.
Two successes.
Okay. That's the difficulty of 1. You guys made 5 successes. That is quite a bit of bonus momentum. 3 to be precise.
All right.
The white
Can my
dwarf star
okay? Go ahead.
is.
Tell me the info first. Yeah.
Okay, the white dwarf star is approaching at 1/3 the speed of light.
At how many times the speed of light?
1/3 the speed of light.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna.
It's going
So
to
I'm
impact within the next 3 hours.
okay.
The
So it's
ring.
huge. Like it's so. Needless to say, it's not like it is taking up a good third of the view screen.
No, 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 no. It's. I mean, a white dwarf star is a star about the mass of the sun, but about the size of Earth.
The size of a what?
The size of a what?
It's a white dwarf star. It has the same mass as our sun, but it's compacted into the size of Earth, an Earth-like planet.
Still, nonetheless, 3 hours away at a third of the speed of light. That's. I mean, we can see it. It's not like there's
Yes.
no need to magnify. Like, I mean, it may not take up the whole view screen, but I could walk over to it, and be like, right there it is, Captain. That thing, right there.
It is
So,
visible and invisibly in motion.
gotcha.
The
Okay.
ring is also starting to accelerate. Its rotation is starting to speed up.
And
Is it
as I was trying
moving?
to say
Oh, okay.
when nobody could hear me, I want all subspace channels.
I Captain. Opening all subspace channels.
To all ships in the vicinity, this is Captain Bianca west of the Federation starship Dauntless. You need to
Oops.
down all operations.
And after a beat, the Starship Dauntless?
I would rattle off the registry at this point if I knew what it was by heart.
Oh. Homework assignment. Memorize the registry number. NCC 71879A.
All right, NCC 71879 Alpha.
After a moment, you hear, Captain West, this is the commander of the ring. It would be very beneficial and very helpful if we could speak in person. I'm transmitting coordinates if we can meet you and your away team shortly.
Suspend your operations and I will meet with you.
I can slow this thing down, Captain, but I cannot stop it.
Well, so long as it's not speeding up.
As you say that, Bianca, Rai, you notice that the acceleration of the ring's rotation slows down. It is still accelerating, but not as quickly.
I noticed that.
Yep.
All right, so I will alert the captain. Captain, the ring's rotation is decelerating, but only I'm going to make it only at 20%. Just throwing numbers out there for a good line.
I'll be right back.
Okie dokie.
The what?
I have no idea.
No, that was Close Encounters.
That was my phone. Sorry. Right? I'm like, sorry, I have to take this. Claude steps away.
All right, I'm back.
Love it. Nobody messages me for like hours, and of course,
When they do, it's in the middle of our session.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have coordinates for beam down.
Bianca's just gonna nod at Rye and at Claude. She goes, "You two are with me.
I
You have the bridge."
Claude
Wait,
leans
who
over
has
and-
the bridge?
Shiana has the bridge.
That's what I thought you said, and I was like, why am I not going with you? But okay.
Jonas will look up from his station. Captain, would you like me to come with you, just in case?
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
I should probably be along too then.
I actually second that, Captain. The doctor would be invaluable in this situation.
He kind of sticks out. Should we get him a uniform?
She.
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 She can stick out all she wants.
Claude leans over and whispers something in the doctor's ear.
Whispers what exactly?
Well, if I tell you, it's not a whisper, is it?
Well, true, but you would need to tell me as a GM anyway, so send me a private message.
Oh, okay.
I will swear that's the naughtiest thing I think anyone's ever said to the GM. Well, if I tell
That's
you,
why
it
we're
wouldn't
married.
be a
Well,
whisper.
it's appropriate, I
Damn.
think, all things
Mhm.
considered.
There's always a level of preparation that I forget to do before the game starts, and I find, oh wait, I should have done this before the game started. It's done, though, by the way. So, anyway.
It's like when people try to seduce the Methuselah outside of time and space, and it really confuses you because you did not plan on that. Happens in my vampire games.
At least twice a week, then. Alright. Alright, so we've got the Doctor, we've got the Captain, we've got Jonas, we've got Claude. Is that who's going?
I think I'm going too.
Yeah, Rye's going too.
What?
Rye is going as well.
Rye is going as well. Okay, so we got 5, and Shiana's in charge of the Dauntless.
Yes.
Oh, yay.
As they're leaving on the teleport or on the pads, transporter, Jonas is looking at Shiana like, why isn't she coming with us?
Because apparently we don't need kick-ass security officers on this away mission, but whatevs. I do what I'm told.
This is not a mission where we need to punch people.
I mean,
you don't know that yet.
If you were bringing, Jonas, if you were bringing Jonas, it is definitely not a mission where you want to hit things.
I'll hit somebody if
Now, getting his brain controlled by some otherworldly force, possible.
Oh, is this this is one of your teleporters, right?
Yes.
Oh, this is so much fun. I can't wait.
Jonas is gonna stand there very stiffly He does not like transport.
Oh, you don't look so good. Are you going to be okay?
Yep. Just I'm. He's trying not to have flashbacks of the fight with the Klingons and getting stuck in transporter buffers.
Ooh, yeah, that would be ugly. All right, so you guys, or you all, I should say, managed to transport down to the surface. Uh, off camera is the command center, but yeah. And I am going to spend 2 threat.
Is the commander meeting us here?
Yes, in fact, are a handful of individuals there as you all beam down. Uh, you recognize the commander as the individual who was pictured in the very first derelict log that the Dauntless crew picked up.
Oh. Jonah says that aloud.
They step forward and greet you warmly, like it's
Commander?
Captain. We thought we never thought to actually get to meet you all in person.
Well, I didn't think I was going to be traveling back this far.
And Jonas and Rye, right? And
You.
Yes.
and I'm sorry, I don't recognize you two. She says, or they say, pointing at Claude and the doctor. The doctor says, "Oh, right, I'm the doctor, and this is Senior Temporal Agent Claude Lavoie. She is very good at what she does."
Wouldn't have been able to come back here without their help.
Well, I have to say, we didn't expect the legendary Dauntless crew to see us off, but let's, no need to chat here. We can chat in the command center. Please follow us.
See you off about that.
He wants us together.
There is the small matter of why we are here. Bianca's walking and talking.
Yeah. So, right, yes, about that. We thought that you were just here to see us off on this thing, right?
No, I'm
It's
here to warn you. I'm here to warn you off of it.
to warn us.
Whatever portal you open, it opens the door for something very terrible to enter our universe and destroy all life in the galaxy.
What are you talking about? We've run simulations. Nothing like that should have happened.
Well, I'm telling you, it did happen.
And you guys are entering the command center at this point.
What was the name of the species again?
Felothrix.
Not those. The other one. The bad guy.
Skinia.
Skinia. Okay. Jonas will speak up. It's the Skinia.
The ones responsible for destroying all of our worlds.
The same.
The ones who are responsible for sending a white dwarf star this way in 3 hours.
The white dwarf star we know about, and that's kind of why we need to be out of here one way or another. That's why we can't shut this down.
I understand, but I'm telling you, your current plan is not going to work. It's going to create a causality loop.
Then there has to be some way we can do this without opening the portal to the Skinia, without creating the causal loop in the first place.
Well,
Well,
whatever portal you are opening, it opens from A to B, but it also intersects C, which allows the Scania to enter this universe.
And at this point, you guys arrive in kind of a bunkerized facility, like almost like a skiff, if you're familiar with those, a secure, compartmentalized facility. Uh, Folks doing work on the monitors, a modeling of the portal that they're about to open. The commander says, if we work quickly, we might be able to change the path of our portal so that it doesn't intersect. Hold on,
For
and
all we know, that you trying to make changes now could cause it to happen. The best we can do is to not open any portals.
Bianca, let me have you and Jonas give me a insight security check.
Okay.
Difficulty 1.
Would my composure focus apply?
Not here. This is strictly a roll to see if you are noticing something. It's basically a
Okay.
perception check.
okay, I have a question. Because I'm leaving myself open to feel for danger, would this count for that?
Not for this, no.
Okay, just checking. And none of my focuses would apply here.
Let me check your focuses real quick. Not here, no.
Okay, and insight security?
Yes, difficulty 1.
Ouch.
Okay, so actually, Claude, let me have you make that roll as well.
You cut out. Say that again.
Claude and Rye, I'd like you both to make insight security checks, difficulty 1.
I am. Is someone able for me?
I think you need someone to roll for him.
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Insight security. I have Way of the Dara / constantly watching. Is this a spot check?
Which reduces the difficulty by 1 to a minimum of 1, if I recall correctly.
I'm away from everything right now,
Okay.
so I don't even know.
No worries.
Yeah.
Do I have a focus that would apply here?
Let me check.
What are we? I totally spaced on what we were
No,
rolling.
it's okay. We're rolling insight security. And Claude, your investigation focus will apply here.
Okay. Am I just rolling 1?
You're rolling 2. That's kind of the default, unless you're helping somebody with a roll.
Okay.
All right. So everybody but Jonas happens to have something catch their eye. On one of the monitors in the corner is what looks to be a fractal pattern. And the more you could just kind of glance at it at first, and then it just seems to draw all of you in.
Does Bianca notice anything telepathically?
Bianca, you're having a hard time concentrating on anything that isn't just this visual.
Oh, dang. Really?
Meanwhile, Jonas is kind of focused on this problem of how to route a portal around a universe, and does not notice at all.
I'm gonna assume that's a good thing.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you guys can hear me.
Barely, but yes.
Okay, if it's a fractal pattern, very similar to something that I saw frozen, I am going to not look at this thing. If it's anything like that meme virus I saw.
Okay, so everybody who has caught sight of this needs to make a difficulty 3 insight command roll.
Oh, jeez.
Would my composure
Alright.
focus apply?
Yes.
Okay,
Take momentum.
I'm gonna take a momentum.
We have
Okay.
6 people. You take it.
You actually have 2 bonus momentum from the previous rolls.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Gotcha. All right.
How do I
I'm
what
looking.
what do I check for the complication or is it the complication?
The complication range stays the same. If you want to take momentum for an extra die, then you can do that using the bonus momentum that you guys
What do I
generated, and you just change your
do?
task roll to 3.
Okay.
All
And
right.
this,
I would like to. Go ahead.
oh, and Claude also has a composure focus, which will apply here.
Okay.
All right. I would like to use my determination.
Okay.
The price of peace is vigilance.
Okay.
Because I was attentive before, and seeing the frozen meme pattern.
Okay.
I'm always that's my bullshit of why it applies.
No, no, I think it absolutely applies here. So you're going
Cool.
to generate 2 successes with that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna totally take a point of momentum to give myself 3 dice because
Okay.
it
And you
sounds
guys have
important.
bonus momentum to work with at this point, so that's fine.
I'm still gonna need someone to roll for me. I'm not near the computer,
I
but I
gotcha.
have a copy of my character sheet on my phone.
It's Insight Command, I said? Yes, Insight Command. So 2 successes plus 2 additional successes means you make the difficulty and then some. So that is everybody who needed to make the roll made the roll. So all of you kind of look at this and then fight the urge to just lose yourselves in it. You turn away from it and you look at the commander, who simply says, "You don't understand. We can't change the course of this. We need
So
everything
what
to
if
happen exactly as it has."
Bianca is going to shoot a look over her shoulder at the doctor.
And the doctor's like, oh no.
So I just on the meta level, it did. What did the guy say? The commander. I didn't hear it.
The commander said, "We need to make sure everything happens exactly as it has."
Gotcha. So on the above board, it would make sense for my paranoid ass to believe that this virus is making everyone else behave this way because they've been looking at this fractal pattern. We've resisted it.
It would
Yeah,
make
we
sense.
recognized it for what it is.
Not
Gotcha.
me.
Jonas hasn't even seen it. But
Gotcha.
if he had, by way of being inoculated before, he would be able to see it and look away from it now. He would recognize it for what it is as well.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
I'm going to. I'm going to be somewhat. I'm going to be as clandestine as I possibly can. And remember, I always have the pad with me. I'm going to pretend like I'm taking notes. I go over to Jonas like, I might have a way to help us get around this. Pretending, and I'm going to type on the pad, the mimetic virus has infected the ship. Don't look at the panel because I don't know he's going to be fine. So I kind of show him my math, but it's really a warning.
You're showing that to Jonas?
Yeah, I'm like,
Gotcha.
I think this might. You know what? If we input this series of numbers, Jonas, I don't know if this will help. I'm not an expert in astrophysics.
Oh.
And hopefully
Well.
he's like, but you are, and then looks at it and is like, oh.
I'm assuming once that happens, Jonas can give a quick glance to the captain, hear the doctor go, oh, and then everything clicks into place.
and every fiber of you of every fiber of everyone's being is telling you all at this point to run.
I have a question.
And then Bianca is going to
Yes.
just tap her comm badge.
What's your question, Jonas?
How many people are in this room with us?
About a half dozen.
Okay, half dozen. So, because my brain is working really stupidly right now, is that 6 or?
Yes, it's 6.
Okay.
There's 6 additional people in here with us.
Six people and the commander, so 7.
Okay.
7, and there's 5 of us.
Yes. Jonas would probably have the the phaser that he's been working on with him.
Okay.
At this point in time, because he can't remind they need to stop this. And Jonas's reasoning is okay. All of these people are
Is there a way
infected.
for Bianca to telepathically break this?
Possibly.
Oh.
I will tell you, tapping your comm badge, you got no response on it. It was just dead.
Okay. If hearing the dead chirp, I would like to. I don't know how well this is going to go, but Jonas is going to try and draw his phaser and stun the commander.
Okay.
So, the second he does that, I'll let him make his roll.
Yeah,
but
let's resolve this action and then we'll go on from there.
Question: because this is the one that I've been working on to make it easier for me to hit things, does that give me anything?
Let me see.
Because me and Steph did a few rolls, like a few games ago.
You had just started making modifications to it, so at this point, I'm not going to give you anything on that.
Okay, that's fine.
It will be control security, and difficulty is 2.
Would God, I don't suppose any of my focuses apply here.
I'm thinking no.
Okay, alright. I've already used my determination, but I think I have a thingy left over that I haven't used.
Milestone?
Yeah, I think I have a milestone left over that I would like to tap to give myself a bonus.
Okay, I'll let you do that. It basically counts as a determination when you do it for that.
Okay. So I would like to take the minor action to aim, because I forget what it does, but I know it helps.
Okay.
I am not a security
officer. It lets you re-roll a die.
I'm not a security officer. I don't know what I'm doing.
But by God, are you determined to do it?
Yep. All right. So
Claude's just kind of like pinching the bridge of her nose.
All right. So aiming at the commander, it's control security. I have 2 successes already, and I will go ahead and roll.
Okay. All right, you have 4 successes. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And it's
a type 1 phaser.
Type. Okay, and I just hit the task roll down.
Yep. The little Starfleet icon right down beside the weapon. Okay, 4 successes versus 3 resistance. You actually hit the commander right square in the torso, right square in the chest with this phaser blast. You see the blue flicker of a personal shield.
Dang it. Oh.
And the commander winces for a second, but then just smirks. You guys are now in rounds.
All right, cool. All right, now it's time for me to turn into Jason Moore.
Well,
Bianca's going to take cover, and she focus, and she's going to try and break them, or at least some of them, from this control.
I'm giving them the first action here because they were prepared for this.
Okay.
And so Claude's taking the other half of the room that I does not get to. And I feel like the doctor would be hunkering down next to Bianca.
Probably. Like if you think of this as like a series of desks and there's a large screen up at the very front, that's kind of what we're working with. Unfortunately, you guys are surrounded here.
Yeah, but there's only 7 of them.
There's only 7 of them.
And you don't have your security officer.
Eyes, and then it'll be a
We are
fair fight.
never going to hear the end of this from Shanna.
So, the commander is going to take a minor action to set their phaser for area of effect for spread.
Oh, that's what I should have done.
And control security, I'm going to spend a threat to give them an extra die.
Can we spend momentum to raise their complication range?
Yes.
Do you guys want to spend momentum to raise their complication range? We did pick up quite a few when you guys were rolling to break out of the mind control thing.
Sure.
Sure.
I'm on board
why
for
not?
that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll let you spend 1 momentum here to increase their complication range to 2.
Or can we spend 2 momentum to gain an advantage that we are all in cover?
Both sound like a good plan. I mean, it's Star Trek. There's consoles everywhere.
Yeah, and I was just saying that the setup of this place is like row of desks, row of desks, row of desks, or consoles in this case, and then a large screen at the very front.
Okay, so yeah, we do that.
Okay. So for your bonus, so you're going to use the bonus momentum to say that you guys saw Jonas pull his phaser up. Everyone, including Jonas, went into cover as soon as he fired that shot. So this will give them higher difficulty. It's going to make the difficulty 3 instead of 2. And they're going to spend their determination here, using the value that ends justify the means.
Oof.
All right.
That's 4.
It is. Now let me see. You guys, I'm assuming, are in your Odyssey excursion uniforms, which have a resistance of 2. So, everyone here. So Jonas. Let's see. We've got
thought the
3
difficulty was
We've got
3.
4 other people. What's that?
I thought the difficulty was 3.
They burned a determination, which makes it a 4 for.
Gotcha.
Okay. Right. All right. So, Jonas, Bianca, and the doctor actually each get hit by a wide beam from this phaser for 2 points of stress damage.
Okay.
Actually, the doctor takes a little bit more because she has no resistances.
Dahli is going to kill me.
All right, so who wants to take the next action for the players?
Me. Me.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and break them free of whatever is controlling them.
You can do this for 1 individual at a time.
The commander.
Okay.
First. And then I'm going to use the value never tell me the odds to gain an automatic critical success.
Okay.
I'm going to use my composure focus.
This is going to be opposed, so the base difficulty is 1.
Okay. Presence
And
command, I'm assuming?
presence command for you, yes.
Okay, and I'm going to take a momentum for an extra die.
Okay. Five successes, not bad. Versus 1. You enter their mind, and there is a gestalt. It is not a single mind inside of them. It's almost a hive mind, in fact, and uh, you find yourself almost under assault, but you manage to push it back. And you think you think you're able to reach the center, uh, kind of the nexus of this person, of this individual, or this gestalt, and are able to kind of push your way in, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but how do you want to do this? To borrow a
I
line from a much more famous game master than myself.
um I kind of want to help them break through the noise. And like, reassert control.
Assuming direct control.
uh, okay. It's complicated simply by the nature of the fact that they are a gestalt. They are a hive mind even without the presence of the skinia. Uh, but you managed to isolate what was there before, uh, and shut out the skinia influence. And you you watch as they just kind of collapse.
So are they like neutralized or
They're unconscious, it appears.
okay?
So, and if you guys want to spend momentum to keep the initiative, you can.
Well, we still
Because
have 6 people left to neutralize before we can do anything.
A fair number.
Yeah,
because
let's do that.
well, yeah, and what I'm thinking is I want Rye to like shut down the computer systems so that the Skinia can't reach them anymore. Like if we're trying to break them
Gotcha.
um free, we don't want them being re mind controlled.
Right. Okay. And Adam, it
Do we
sounded
know
like
how this mind control actually works? Like, is this a psychic thing? Is this a computer? I'm a little fuzzy on those details.
so is everybody else.
Okay, that's fine. I just didn't know about shutting off the computer, what that would necessarily do. You guys had a lot more peaceful plan than I did in order to gain compliance.
What was your plan?
I was going to seize the commander, use him as a human shield, and then begin to overload my phaser. And so, if they make a decision of they to try to attack us, we'll level half the station, and then they won't be able to complete their goals, thus failing. So then we can have a negotiation because I'm evil.
To be
If you
fair, the
saw the
commander is a
original,
lot easier to grab right now that they're unconscious.
indeed, I'm gonna let see what everybody else does here. I mean, I think disarming everyone sounds like a good plan. But if we're still in rounds, let's see what happens.
We are still in rounds at this point, so
Yeah, I mean, if we could set off some sort of EMP that renders weapons useless, that would be nice.
That could work.
Okay, I pulled the momentum for you guys to take the initiative, so someone needs to make a decision.
Okay. Well, do you want Claude to set off an EMP, Captain?
I mean, it's up to whoever wants to go next.
Yeah, go ahead and let's go.
Let's do that. What am I rolling for?
Actually, I'm not gonna have you make a roll here necessarily. The doctor says, "Oh, EMP, I can do that," and kind of looks at everyone and says, "Get ready to run, though." Fiddles with her sonic screwdriver for a second, and then hits it. And
I will then grab the commander since he's doing that. I'm like, oh well, this guy might be useful to us alive.
The kind of crickety noise from the sonic seems to fill the entire room. And after a moment, all the panels in the entire command center go blank. The doctor says, "Run!"
Jonas is going to run for the doctor, grab the doctor, and then run.
Meanwhile, Claude runs for the captain, grabs the captain, and runs.
Yeah. Captain's getting up, Captain's running.
Okay, and that, because it is 10 o'clock, is where we are going to end it for the evening.
Oh, jeez.
What?
You don't always need security officers.
Except for when you do.